What happened during the
When I entered in for the head vet, the first thing was introduction of members in the hall. The second thing was that the vetting committee chairman told me there was a petition that the constituency had written to me. And so he would want me to respond to it. Even before I could respond, then he jumped to another question. So I asked, respectfully, Mr. Chairman, am I now responding to the issue of the so-called petition, or I'm responding to the issue of my form? And he said, okay, I should respond to the petition. Where is the letter? Men of the press, we are all educated. Somebody writes a letter to you, or for that matter, my constituency writes a letter to me and say forfeiture of membership, and quotes a particular article of the Constitution, which speaks to the fact that you forfeit your membership of the party if you campaigned for an independent candidate in your constituency, or you followed an independent candidate and left your party parliamentary candidate. I drew the attention of the committee that, first of all, what was written to me was never a petition. Because who am I for constituency executives to write a petition to me? Because petition in simple English simply means that I hold a certain authority above the constituency executive, for which reason you are petitioning me to address an anomaly. So I drew the attention of the vetting committee that there is already a contradiction in terms of what document that is before me and what they are saying here. Then I went further to say that the particular article that has been quoted, as a student of law, I know that there was no relationship with the reason for which the forfeiture clause was invoked. Then the chairman will go on a certain tangent that already suggests to you that a decision had already been made. So at the end of the day, he insisted that why did I not respond to it? I guess that why I did not respond is a very subjective view. I hold the view that to the extent that the communication to me was in itself an illegality, I didn't see why I should respond to it, because it will amount to me committing myself. And so I told them that was the reason why I did not respond. And secondly, that I did not respond did not mean that I didn't take an action. That we are politicians, and there's a political approach to political communication, and there's an administrative approach to something that is not political. So what did I do? I decided to get to my regional. And my regional chairman, when I met him, said that any time they get to him, they speak of the fact that I've campaigned against our candidates. And he always asks for evidence. I asked Mr. Regional Chairman, is that not the case? He agreed. So I went to National and I met the General Secretary. And the General Secretary told me, in fact, I first sent to him a soft copy, he and the National Treasurer. And he said he had not received anything. It is today I'm hearing that the Regional Secretary also sent a soft copy to him. But when I met the General Secretary, his view was that you cannot send such an empty letter. In other words, issue of forfeiture, you must support it with videos and audios. These were his words. Because it is a terrible thing to get up and invoke a certain constitutional clause or, just for the main purpose of denying somebody membership of a group. It's a very difficult thing to so do. And you don't just get up and become a flippant and invoke such a clause. So, armed with the position of the General Secretary that no evidence was attached, I felt that I was still a party member and therefore had every right, when the time was due, to go pick a form. But ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. There is something in law we call bad faith. If somebody is alleged to have committed an infraction against a group rules and regulations, what you do is to take the person on there and then. In this case, we're talking about politics. You have accused me of campaigning against our parliamentary candidate in 2012, 2016, 2020. You took no action. And in 2023, there's an opportunity for anyone who wanted to become an MP to pick a form. And then you now want to invoke disciplinary procedures. That clearly is bad faith. And so I wanted to draw the attention of the vetting committee that this letter in the first place should not be entertained. But clearly, like I told you, in communication, there's both body language and utterance. So I told them, to be honest with you, I use the word preconceived and I still insist. Because everything, the demeanor and the utterances had a point of confluence, which suggested that you'd already made up your mind. And like I said, the chairman every now and then went to a very voluminous introduction of an issue that is raised by the constituency executive. Now, when you do that as an arbiter who's supposed to be impartial, and you are dealing with somebody like me, and in any case, let's just say, not even me, you are dealing with somebody who is somewhat level-headed and above. You don't need anybody to tell you that you are not wanted in the forum. But anyway, it is their power, it is their right as vetting committee to so take a decision. And they have so ruled that they cannot vet me. And that because I refuse, that's using their words, please, not that I said I refuse, that because I refuse to respond to what is a forfeiture letter that now they are calling it petition here, that they cannot vet. I am and I've always been a man of law.